Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Live.
Well.
We are here.
We are here for
Special
Tuesday
edition.
special edition.
Tuesday night, Florida edition, remote location,
Yes.
show on the road, hashtag all
Show
that.
on the road. Say,
Yes.
touch your neighbor, say tax right out. No, I'm just
Keep all them receipts.
right. Keep the receipts. Yes. Well,
Oh, I like how we look. You know what? Let me give it up to you. You did this, sir.
really?
You did this.
Mm-hmm.
You did this.
Did something else,
I
too.
like Chris Edwards.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
I just love.
But I like
No, I just forget.
what you did with the set. I like this.
See, you assume that people would think. Never mind. Okay.
I didn't assume anything.
Okay.
Can
Where
I
my
just give
box
you a
of-
couple
oh,
minutes?
okay.
I didn't touch it.
Okay.
Now, we have these boxes out here for a reason. Because, guys, it's Girl Scout cookie time.
Yes.
Now, I don't have a Girl Scout. We haven't gotten Chloe into that. Not sure if we're going to or not. Still thinking about it. But we do support every year. And we were here. Of course, we're here. And ran up going into Publix. And young lady, she was there. Little girl, little cute little thing. And she was selling her Girl Scout cookies. And, you know, we stopped and supported. So
Yeah. I shouted.
there is an app. There's an app where you can locate Girl Scout cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
No.
Oh, yes, there is an app.
Really?
Yes, it's either an app or a link.
Mm-hmm.
I found this out about 2 years ago.
Really?
And so, you know, if it's your daughter, granddaughter, niece
Mm-hmm.
that is part of a troop, support them. They only do this one time a year. Even if you have to put it up in the freezer, you know, Thin Mints are very good coming out of the freezer.
Yeah, type in the chat, what's your favorite
Yes.
Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah.
Mine is Samoa's.
Mine's is trefoils.
I love Samoa's. I mean, like, I can
Trefoils.
literally eat a whole box of these.
Okay,
and-
don't tell nobody that. Don't tell
Oh,
anybody
okay.
that.
All right. I'm sorry.
No.
But yeah, I can eat a whole box. But what did you do today?
I worked
You worked.
and I cooked dinner.
You did. It was marvelous.
Thank you.
Smothered chicken.
Yeah. I had some people in mind,
greens.
but that didn't work out. But yet I cooked for us and the smothered chicken and greens and
Yes.
potatoes and cornbread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had to. Thanks for asking what I did today.
I was still hanging on. It wasn't even a period yet with my sentence.
I know. I'm just joking.
But you want to tell it anyway.
Yeah, I
Because
did.
you put
I had
everything
to-
on Facebook.
I had
Praise-
to take
yeah.
my baby girl to get her
Her
toes.
mani-pedi.
Yeah, toes did, and before we went out to the beach, so she had to get her toes
Her
done.
mani-pedi,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh my god. So then
You
she
showing the pictures. Oh my god.
then she forced me to take her to the beach, and then she said, I'm hungry. And so I had to buy. So on the way here, I said we didn't have any towels, so we went by this souvenir shop or whatever and bought some towels. So then she saw this mermaid little doll,
Yeah, she got you.
and so I told her, no, we're gonna pass on the mermaid.
But no,
Huh?
that mermaid is right there on the couch.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
she got you.
yeah, she got me, but you know, that's hey, you know, you gotta spoil your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
so
we're here to have a good time.
yes, we're here to have a good time, get some relaxation in the sun in the 85-degree weather.
Yes.
You know,
Grateful.
we have a great guest.
Yes, we do.
A
Yes, we do.
longtime friend, I should say.
And we're not gonna just hold out. We're gonna bring her on. And so here we go.
Oh, here we go.
What's going on?
We're live.
Okay, take the cookies. That's all you want anyway.
Yeah, just
Go ahead.
this is what you get when you have a
When you
live
go
show,
live and they just walk up.
yeah.
Be
so
careful.
Watch where you're going. Don't eat. Wait, no.
Chris.
Okay, go ahead. No, it's fine. Just don't eat like
Eat 4.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
This is what you get when you have a
When
live
you go
show.
live and they just walk up like
And
we could
she
care less
thinks,
about your show.
yeah, she's the princess.
It's all about me right
she
about
is the
now.
princess, but yeah, that's the baby girl.
So here we are. Okay, so I want to go back to the summer, the pandemic of 2021. And I met this young lady. First it was her, then we met the spouse by an introduction by another camp friend that we met at Worthen, but this time we were all in Alabama at this. It was the launch month of this African American owned RV park that was wonderful. The thing about it, I can't even think of the name, but it was in Alabama. It's only an hour from our home, but it was a nice. Oh, it was called Time Away. Time Away. And so we got there. So this young lady that we met at Worthen, where we got our first camp experience, Worthen is like our second home. And so she said to us, she was like, it's this couple.
Here she comes again.
And she walks. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And there's this young lady I want you to meet. They all came down as a caravan with their Class A's. See, we ain't at the Class A level yet.
We ain't at the Class A level
but
yet.
they're Class A's, like a caravan. It's a club. And you got to meet her. And we met, and we just gravitated to each other. And at the same time, that was also the weekend we launched our book, June 2021. So we're about to bring her on, and I want you all to receive, because we're going to pick up from that point. We're going to pick up because one thing leads to another, starting from that introduction, okay, and me saying about our book being launched. So please welcome our guest on tonight. The purpose of us talking about the Triumphant journey, Miss Crystal Carroll. Please, let's give her a hand. Wow.
Do I get a hand?
I'm trying. There we go.
I need to take this one off, though. Hold on 1 second.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
He's getting the screens together.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Is that one it? Damn. There we go. Now we gotta just.
We on?
There we go.
Good.
Yes. All right. There we go.
Good evening, family.
Well, thank you for coming.
Hello.
Crystal, thank you.
Crystal
thank
Carroll.
you. Everybody, this is Miss Crystal Carroll, this wonderful woman, first of all. I'm telling you, a sweet spirit. We bonded quickly. It was through a combination of conversation, discussing prayer and worship, and Bishop Murphy and the Dream Center. It was a lot. And then it led to our book that we launched, that we talked about. We've sold, and we've talked about it. About His Beauty, Her Battle, our story. So, Crystal, let's pick up from there.
Okay, let's do it. So we were in Talladega, and
yes,
amongst our friends, and I have to tell you that it has been divine intervention.
Yes, it has.
Because my husband and I are RVers, as you stated.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, in each couple, there's always one that's a little more reluctant than the other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that would have been I. I was the reluctant RVer.
Okay.
However, I was an obedient servant to God, because I just said, you know what, let's do it. We're going to go forward. And it has been so beneficial in so many ways that I have no regrets. And I enjoy being a part of the RV family.
Yes.
So as you stated, we met at the park and the Dream Center and Bishop Murphy, and we had a whole conversation, and it just kind of kicked off from there. And I supported you and purchased your book.
Yes, you did.
And that was something that we had in common, because at that time I was also working on a children's book.
My fault. Okay, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
That was me.
That's okay. So that was something that you and I had in common. And another RVer, Angela Huntley,
Yes.
she is actually a publisher, and look, by God's divine intervention, she too is an RVer
Yes.
who helped me get from one point to the book completion, not only in paperback, but also in a hardback copy as well. So again, I cannot complain. I just follow in the footsteps in which he has provided. And it has been success from step one all the way to where we are today.
Now, I want to go back because
Mm-hmm.
it came back to me how we actually met.
Okay.
We
Okay.
were walking down from, as we call the trailer people, us in our trailer,
Stop it.
down to the class A'ers.
Stop it.
And because Angela, who we knew we had in common, but didn't know it yet, we went down to her, and then she was like, yeah, meet the people, meet who all we came with. And then while we were there, you were sitting outside with y'all all Who Dat Nation just listen, everything was black and gold, okay?
Absolutely.
And walked up and was like, hey, how you doing? She was welcoming and welcomed us. It was like, oh, this is so nice. Just, she was like, you want to see? And then Iggy came out, her husband, and they let us let me tell you, Angela teaches etiquette, RV etiquette, and you have to ask. I'm serious. There's a whole video on RV etiquette, and I watched it. And the funny part, I watched it and then met her. And when I saw her at Worthing, I was like, "Oh, you're the etiquette lady. You're the etiquette." And she was like, "Oh my God, everybody knows me as that." But I'm telling you, and we were allowed into their wonderful Class A. And when I tell you, I'm be honest, ever since then, and their beautiful RV, we was like, "Oh God, oh my God." We should have went the Class A route, but we didn't know.
Yeah,
We didn't know. But they told us, you did good. At least you got your feet wet. So now you know where you're going. But it started from there, and we just began to talk. And eventually you made your way down and brought somebody with you down to our neck of the woods. And so we were
Sabrina and Dwayne.
Yep,
Mhm.
Sabrina and
and
Dwayne.
Dwayne were walking with us.
Yes. And then we talked about, and then Sabrina bought a book.
Sabrina did buy a book.
She bought a
Yeah,
book.
You're right.
Because we were like, well, we're launching a book here, and then we're going to launch it at the church on tomorrow. And it was, and people, and then they were like, well, you need to meet this. And they were bringing us to people, and people was buying my book. And
That's
I'm so glad
right.
we had
That's
our
right.
box. She was, Crystal was even saying, girl, you need to have you got some books on you? Go ahead and start signing books. And it was just amazing. But the reason why we're talking about the book, this is where we pick up about this journey, this triumphant journey. Talk about you heading home that weekend.
So heading home, I read your book from cover to cover and had an entire conversation with you and talked about Chris and how he brought you to his aunt's house and for the initial meet and greet and family. But the book was really and truly a connection for all of us, to be honest, because I didn't know that your journey was going to become my journey.
Wow.
And so it was almost a foreshadowing to what was going to happen to me. So again, I wrote the book. Today I Saw a Ladybug. Oh, thank you, Chris. You so own it. In honor of my father. So he passed away just before COVID started to ramp up, which was January of 2020. And every time I am in a particular space or need to see some sort of a reassurance, I always see a ladybug. So for some people, that might be a butterfly, it might be a dragonfly, could be a cardinal. For me, it happens to be a ladybug. So that's how my book began, as a poem. Mm-hmm. And just to kind of come back a little bit before our meeting, I wrote a poem. It was just that simple. And I wanted to share some great news that had happened, and my dad had passed. But as soon as I hit the send button, the ladybug landed on my hand. And it was
Wow.
almost as if to say, I want to be a part of this conversation. I want to let you know how proud I am. I want to let you know um, that I hear you, I see you, and I want you to continue to flourish, continue to shine, continue to sparkle. And so that's what the book is about. It's a children's book. However, a lot of adults have been able to relate to the book because it's about a young girl that has lost a loved one, and the ladybug symbolizes the lost loved one. And throughout the book, it just encourages her to keep going, to shine, to be successful. That you just got to keep pushing forward, even in the time of being sad and losing a lost loved one. So during COVID, a lot of people were touched by losing family members. And unfortunately, a lot of parents didn't know how to grieve, and therefore the children had a difficult time. And I just hope that the intention of my book is to start a brief conversation between the caregiver and the child, so that they too can know how to better maneuver through the loss of a loved one.
Now,
So fast forward. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just if you can tell us, how can they get the book? Today I Saw a Ladybug. Where can they purchase?
Absolutely. So I do have a website. It is my name, Crystal, the letter V as in Vanessa, and Carroll, 2 R's and 2 L's, .com. And the book is there for purchase, both the paperback as well as the hardback. It is also on Amazon, but as a small business owner, if you could come through me and as opposed to Amazon, that would be greatly appreciated.
You know what, Crystal? I come to find out, y'all mosquitoes down here, they don't play around. Like I didn't think that you all had mosquitoes because of the where we are, but these jokers around here, we got they're
serious.
Yeah, we got the Centinela, what is this called? Centinela candle. We got one here. Man, they like, this is perfume or cologne. What is this?
Yeah.
But we got a few people.
Yeah, they're pretty intense.
Yeah. So Jan said, "Yep, we bought a book. Hello, peeps." And Ty Hubbard said,
"Hey, Jan."
She said, "So proud of you, Carol."
Crystal.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crystal.
It's
My bad.
okay.
Look, Crystal Carroll.
It's all good.
You know.
Okay, what just happened here?
Oh.
This is weird stuff.
Okay.
Keep going. No,
So
keep going.
no, and then yeah. So that we just had. I just wanted to give Jan a shout out and Ty a shout out. Just on the. So okay, tell us about your journey.
Sure. So I Black History Month last year, February of 2022, I had the privilege of speaking at my church just about my book journey and kind of encouraging everybody that everyone has a story within them.
That's true.
That everyone has a story that they can share.
That's true.
And that writing a book and becoming an author is not as hard as people believe or make it seem. I think that a lot of people have stories that need to be shared so that they can encourage others, tell them, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Keep the faith. Just like your book, like I said, I read it after our meeting, and I was able to kind of get a better idea of what you went through with your breast cancer experience. And I appreciate the fact that I was able to read your book.
Right.
So in speaking at the church, again, I just was encouraging people that everyone has a story, giving all the honor and praise to God that through the loss of my dad, I became a successful author. That was very meaningful to me. And I sold books at the church and moved forward. Well, the very, very, very next day, which would have been February 28th of 2022, I had a phone call from my doctors. I had done my annual mammogram checkup, which I encourage every single person to make sure that they encourage themselves as well as their loved ones to make sure they get checked.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you would be able to talk about Triumphant from that journey as well. But the very next day after I had talked in church and given everybody encouragement and a word, I received a phone call that I was positive for stage 2 breast cancer. So, you go through all the emotions. You go through, what do we do next? And it almost as if you hear stories of others, but you try not to say that's not going to be my story. Everyone is independent of their situation.
That's true.
And so the ball started rolling. It became lots of appointments, MRIs, CAT scans, just meeting different doctors, the medical oncologist, the surgical oncologist, and just making sure that I had a good care plan and treatment that was going to be beneficial for myself.
Real quick,
And
did it feel like you were joining a sorority?
Let me tell you something. And Jan, if Jan is still on, Jan will be able to attest to this comment, because I made this comment to Jan. Becoming a part of a sorority has always been something that I would have liked to have done. I did not. However, what you just said, I told Jan, I said, I'm part of a pink sorority. She said, well, you only need one more color in green. And then
Yes,
you can
Miss
just
Jan,
come on and
yes.
join. So yes, it feels like I call them previvors, survivors, and thrivers.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I am part of a group of women that are just absolute warriors.
Wow. Wow.
Absolutely.
I have met so many people. Like I said, this did not catch God off guard. Let me tell you that.
Absolutely.
He literally put so many people in my footsteps that, just helped me be uplifted.
Yeah.
Help me get through the journey, help me get through the day, help me get through the hour.
Yes.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly the support team that I needed with the care packages and phone calls and cards and just a checkup and sending me scars for my bald head and, just fruit baskets. I could just go on and on and on, to be
Yes.
quite honest with you. I really and truly, it does not get lost on me, the fact that to get through these journeys, support.
Let me interject. If you all are enjoying this conversation, and some of you all said that it's very inspiring, we would like for you to like, share, and subscribe to our I was about to say SharePoint, but our Facebook page and YouTube. We want you to share, not just for us, but we want you to share this inspiring message from Crystal, because this is a victory that she has beat. And we would like for everyone, if you have a loved one, if you have someone that has even passed away and they need support, the family members need, please please share this out to them on their Facebook page, and even copy the link to YouTube and share it, because this is a powerful story. And, Crystal, when Carlette was going through, I felt the same thing. I even put in the book, somewhat like it seemed like everybody was like, and not to take this, it was like she was getting robes and house shoes and blankets. It was just like its own sorority, like you said. It was crazy. I was like, man, and just the support that when a woman is going through breast cancer, just the support that there is out there. I mean, it's powerful.
It really is. And it's big money. It's big money, because I remember them telling us, at the time, we had good insurance. We had a PPO, and the doctor was like, I'm glad you have a PPO. He was like, because just to let you know how much this costs. He said, what you're about to go into. And I don't know if they had this conversation with you, Crystal, but they told me 1 year's worth of treatment with cancer treatment at that time, and we talking 2006 with me, was $250,000. Just 1 year. And I I was supposed to go through 2 years, and I went 15 months. But $250,000 was roughly the amount for at least 1 year of cancer treatment. That was chemo, radiation, surgery, all that, the medications, all that. They was like, so this is what your insurance is about to pay for.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Holly Strickland is on. She said, "Hey, daughter, I'm so excited for you sharing."
That's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom. Oh, hey, Miss Holly. Miss Strickland.
And wait, we're so proud of her because she's sitting for her dissertation of her for her doctorate on March 15th.
Wow.
And
yes.
she will be receiving her doctorate in theology. So we
Wow.
are so proud of
Come
her.
on, Dr. Strickland.
Come on,
All
Dr.
right.
Holly Strickland. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
That's right. That's
powerful.
right. We're so proud of her.
And Jan said, let me put that one up there. Jan said, yep, I'm still here. She said, Crystal is an inspiration to me. Crystal, you are,
You are definitely one of my sheroes.
Yeah.
Yes. And let's see, Monique, I don't know last name, but she said, love you, Crystal. So, yes, you're getting a lot of. We gonna make you cry. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen,
Cry.
I am all cried out. At this point, we just talking about nothing but victory.
Right.
Right. And if you were to cry, it is tears of joy.
Tears of
Joy. That's it. Joy.
So after the diagnosis and you found out, just finish what you were saying.
Sure. So, and I just wanted to add to Carlette's point, healthcare in general, whether it's cancer, whether it's diabetes, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it doesn't really matter. Healthcare is extremely expensive, extremely expensive. And my treatment plan obviously is going to be different price wise as far as yours because I did not have radiation.
Okay.
But when I was diagnosed, like I said, on February 28th of 2022, I then went into meeting with my doctor, who I love, Dr. G is what we call her, but her name is Dr. Gopali Krishna. And she's my medical oncologist, but she's amazing and supportive. And so my care plan included 4 rounds of chemotherapy, spaced out. And then I also have to do hormone infusions for an entire year, as well as several different types of medication. So as of right now, I have endured, like I said, 4 rounds of chemotherapy, a double mastectomy, reconstructive surgery, as well as I do the hormone treatments every 3 weeks. So I have another one scheduled on Monday.
Okay.
So you're right. The cost is very expensive.
It's But you know what? One thing about the God we serve, he will never leave us nor forsake us.
That's
He
right.
provides for us. He provides whatever is needed. All that we have needed, God has provided in every area.
Absolutely.
You've never been alone.
Absolutely.
I know it was times when you knew you wasn't walking, that you were being carried. You weren't. I'm telling you, I know those moments.
I know.
Those moments of when you were speechless and your tears spoke for you, or your spouse spoke for you, or your child. I mean, at that time, my child was only 2, Christian, and he'll be 19 next month.
Right.
And he didn't know. Well, we think kids don't know, but they know, because he used to kiss my bald head. I mean, it's just those moments, and that you have. If you want to talk about that, even like, those moments that it's like those endearing moments.
Sure. So I have a dear friend that told me I need to open up the Bible and I need to find my It Is Written.
Oh, girl, you about to have me throw this iPad.
Let me tell you something.
On now?
I took her words to heart.
Oh,
and
my.
I had to figure out, how am I going to get through this situation by what is written in the book?
Oh.
And through those moments that you're referring to, that is when I had to go to my It Is Written.
Oh, my God.
listen, by his stripes I am healed. And if you were not of the sort that my God was a healing God, then I'm gonna need to put you over here for a little while. Like, I'm gonna need you to sit down,
exactly.
because this is a fight. And any woman or any person that has to go through cancer is fighting for their life. There's no other way to say it. God will not forsake us. There were days when literally all I could do was go from the bed to the couch and back to the bed.
Yep.
There were days when I couldn't eat.
Wow.
There were days when I felt as if my body was just upside down. Upside down. But it's through those words of "it is written" that you move through all of this situation, that you come to the other side, that you get a little peace, that you accept a phone call, accept a meal that someone has prepared for you.
Yes.
My husband would pick up dinner because I have two beautiful children. We have two beautiful children. He would pick up dinner so that I wouldn't have to worry about it. It's those little things that you find between the grace and the mercy of being able to get through this situation. It's phone calls, it's girlfriends that want to come clean your house. It's family members that want to come and just sit with you and do nothing. It's, it's your kids, like you said, Christian kissing you on your bald head. It's all of those things that help you just realize life is short.
Yeah,
Life is short.
And
going through
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go
finish,
ahead.
Finish.
So I was going to just say, going through a situation such as this, or any particular type of triumph that or challenge, it makes you realize that, some conversations are just not necessary. Some arguments are foolish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some inability to forgive is just a waste of time. It just gives you that meaning of one day at a time. Really and truly is one day at a time.
Yeah.
And like the picture that's behind you, the picture of the
that's
four
powerful.
that's behind you
Yeah.
with your family, it puts all that even more into perspective.
For sure.
It's just like we need to hug a little longer.
That's that part.
I wish, and we didn't tell him, but I wish Iggy could have been on too, because I think around that time that you were going through is when, I don't know if I need to tell what Iggy does, but around that time, that's when the building collapsed too, right? The apartment.
No.
That wasn't then?
No, that was way before.
That was a different time.
Okay. I thought that was okay. All right, cool. All right, well, never mind.
Hold on, I gotta plug in my computer.
All right.
She looked like she ready to die.
All right.
She gave me the warning.
Right. You got too heated.
Yeah. So, but this is powerful though, Carlette. I think that I am so grateful to know them and to know their story, because she is definitely, an inspiration to you.
Yeah.
Vice versa. I mean, you were an inspiration to her, and she was an inspiration to you.
Right.
And let me get you back.
You calling me and telling me all this, that was major. It was a major thank you to me of being obedient to share the story, the good, bad, and the ugly of it.
Right.
And
your obedience not only helped me, but your obedience is going to help so many other women, because and Chris's testimony as well.
Yes.
Because as a husband, it's not easy to see your spouse go through something such as this.
Right.
And so, like I said, I had no idea that riding home and reading your book from cover to cover, that it was going to eventually come in my direction. I had no idea. But by you sharing your words and sharing your experience and sharing your "it is written" and sharing your changes, because it does change you. We can't go through it and not expect it to change you.
Right.
So you helped me even before without even knowing it. Without even knowing it.
It's like it pays to say yes and then do it without even knowing the fine print, without even knowing what's going to come out of it.
Faith.
And obedience pays. It just does. And it's big. Your yes is bigger than you. Your yes is bigger than you. Even with the ladybugs. Today I saw a ladybug. That's bigger than you.
Absolutely.
And I am not dumb. Listen, I already know Angela's on your case about your story of your journey.
She is.
I already know. Because she don't
She
play.
is.
She a whippersnapper. She don't play.
She is my sister, and she is in my corner. Yes, she's definitely. We are actually working on the second book.
Oh, wow.
And so that will be coming out shortly. And it's a workbook, a journal, and it's a compilation to this first book. So that's coming out very quickly. And then after that, you're right. She is pushing the fact that you have something to say. This journey was not for nothing.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, we wanted to have Crystal in our presence today.
But the way that traffic is set
the way
up.
the traffic is, I would have loved for her to be here physically so we can hug on her, love on her. But
I was gonna feed her. Okay.
Yeah.
And listen, and you opened with the food, and you can bring my plate when you come on Thursday or Friday.
Girl, if you knew what was left, okay.
We'll just cook over your house. No.
Okay, that works too.
No, we got to go
That
to the
works.
Rooster though. We got to go to the Rooster.
The rooster.
That's-
The rooster.
But that's awesome. So tell us what was one of your favorite It Is Written scriptures?
That's good.
One that you depended on.
So by his stripes, I am healed absolutely was my favorite because I mentally was healed already. Even when the doctors came and said, you are being diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, in my mind, I was healed.
That's good.
That was it.
Yep.
Wow.
That we can buy. And one of the things I would share with one of my girlfriends was, let's hurry up and get started so we can hurry up and finish.
Right.
Yep.
Just to get through it. We just got to get through it. And that's where you just hold your head up high. You have your days. Please understand that you have your days.
Yeah.
I am respectful of the fact that everybody's journey is not like my journey. But at the same time, I really, truly, truly, truly could see God in the entire walk.
Wow.
That's good.
I could see him in the entire walk.
I love it.
Wow. That's powerful. How has the book, did the book help you to put your, how am I trying to say? Did the book actually help you to put some of your emotions, the kind of negative emotions, obviously, into a more positive light? Does that make sense? Like it helped you to redirect your emotions?
Let me tell you about this book. So you see the young lady on the book cover.
Right.
Purposely, she looks like me. She has brown skin. She has hair. You can see in the picture or the picture over here that is what I look like. I had her hair. She has my hair. And she is me and I am her. So once I started going through chemotherapy, and again, my tribe was very supportive. My husband, my son, my daughter, they were all there to help me because we said, you know what, the falling out of the hair is not going to be my story. We're going to go ahead and cut it on my terms.
That's good.
So that absolutely became my story. And then over the summer, I was hired by a dear friend to come and speak at a summer camp. And the summer camp was full of children, little girls that just could relate to the little girl on the cover of the book.
I love it.
And I could no longer relate because I was bald. So normally when I would go somewhere, my opening sentence would be just what I shared with you. She is me, I am her, we look alike. I would go through the entire spiel of how I started the book, and it came from a poem, and we just it grew. I had a difficult time relating to the young lady on the cover of the book.
Wow.
And
Angela,
it took
do you hear this,
the
Angela?
knowledge of the children that I was speaking to say, it's okay. You don't even have to look like that little girl. We want to hear your story. It took my "it is written" to remember that I am a lily of the valley.
Mm.
It took my "I am written" that I am created perfectly in his image. It took my "it is written" to say, you know what? You're right. I no longer look like the little girl on the cover of the book, but this is my story.
Right.
And now being bald or losing my hair is part of my story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the other picture behind me, this side, says just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Because throughout this process, a lot of times when you try to overthink things or overprocess things, and you get ready to go have surgery and they've taken all of your phone and jewelry and everything else, I literally had a tattoo added that says just breathe.
Wow.
Just
Because
breathe.
that was my reminder. Just breathe. It is well, just breathe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And though I couldn't take those things with me into surgery and I couldn't walk with those items, just breathe. As you stated at the beginning, I'm not alone.
Mm-hmm.
He is with me and I am not alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yes, the book helped me heal from my dad,
Mm-hmm.
but then it also helped me be able to move on and realize that this is a season and all of this is part of my makeup and my journey. And this did not catch him off guard. He knew me before I was created in my mother's womb. And therefore, this is the path that I am supposed to be on.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Give people the information how they can get the book again.
Absolutely. So it's www.crystal, Crystal, V as in Vanessa, and Carroll, CARROLL.com.
Angela said, hold on, let me throw this up here. She said, if I can read it, let's see, there it is. She said, Crystal is so amazing. She walked boldly in the faith and kept a spouse attitude to the whole time, and encouraging me and others around her. So I'd probably just chop that all up, but
Oh, you all right?
yeah. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was good.
yeah,
She definitely will call and check on me, say how you doing, what you need.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even begin to name or list how many people called and checked on me or even just prayed for me in silent prayer or their church groups or
Yes.
it was a lot.
Complete strangers pray
It
for
was
you.
a lot. And complete strangers, Carlette. It was amazing. And
Yeah.
honestly, I am cancer free, which I did not say in this conversation as of yet, but I am cancer free. My doctors are very pleased with where we're headed, but I knew that.
mm-hmm. Yeah. You confounded
I
the
had
doctors.
no doubt.
Yes,
I had no doubt.
definitely. Wow.
And you know what?
I had no doubt.
You're showing such strength to your children, but to your daughter. Chloe wasn't even thought of then when I went through it, but my son saw it. But you're showing strength, not only, of course, your kids, but definitely to your daughter. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And I think they absolutely followed my lead, to be honest, because when you have that conversation and you use that C word, because everybody's experience, like I said, is different.
Mm-hmm.
I came to them, we got this.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, oh my goodness, this is, it was just, we are going to get through this and be supportive of each other. And if I start to have a concern, I'll share it with you, but we're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to be fine.
Exactly.
And you can attest to that same, triumph, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just reading it in your book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I was intentional. Although I didn't, Iggy lives a busy life, so I definitely, I tried to reach out to him just to make sure, I support him in this endeavor that you were, well, no, I don't want to say endeavor, but in this triumphant victory that you
Yeah.
were going through.
The life interruption that came.
Yeah. So
God got the glory.
yeah, so I wanted to make sure that I reached out to him periodically just to say, hey man, I'm thinking about you, because I know as a man, when your wife is going through, it's like you want to be the superhero and you want to go save the world. You want to go into her body and knock the cancer out and all that, So I know how it is as far as a man's perspective when he can't do anything but support you and to do those things, pick up where you can't, do certain things, but but I commend, Iggy in this and, just, hey, I'm here still for you all. We're here for you all, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now you're in you're in life after.
Girl.
You are
let me
in
tell you.
life after now.
I rang the bell,
Oh yes.
so you already know.
You're in life after.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I walked through this journey so I could help somebody else.
Definitely.
I also, when my care plan was presented to me, for the type of cancer that I had, it's recommended that you take 4 medications, 2 that do a lot of the work and 2 that just kind of support. But in the medical world, they felt that the outcome could be the same with just 3 as opposed to 4. A trial, basically. And I did it because I feel as if, and this is my personal opinion, I give thanks to the people that came before me, the people that went through trials, the people that did not have the medication that we currently have, the people that were not diagnosed soon enough to be able to get the help that they needed. And I felt as if my homage to them was doing a trial for the people in the future.
Wow.
And a lot of times we as Black women, and I know healthcare does not always support Black women and what they need and their pain tolerance and, all of those things. But I really do believe and encourage people that if they're in a particular situation such as mine, think about the trial. Think about, healthcare obviously has come a long way, still has a long way to go. We know that, in my situation, 3 medications instead of 4 was a good thing, and I was able to have the same outcome. It just really and truly depends, obviously, on your situation. So I'm not a healthcare provider, but I do want to just put it out there that I was one person that said yes to the trial. And that maybe in the future, someone else might be willing to say yes to the trial.
Right. Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
You are helping.
Yeah.
When you sign up for those, you're helping you're helping the next person.
Wow.
You really are.
Make sure if you're enjoying this, make sure you share this stream to someone, to a woman, to a man, to a family that is has been diagnosed with breast cancer, or who just found out. Make sure you share this encouraging story.
Going through.
Yeah. And to that point, my dad actually had breast cancer, and I'm not sure if that was in the book, but he was diagnosed with breast cancer and he had a mastectomy. And he didn't have to go. He didn't have to go through chemo or anything like that.
He did oral.
Oral chemo, yeah.
Oral chemo.
So, breast cancer not only affects women, but it affects men as well. And he pushed through. He was even diagnosed with prostate cancer. So men, if you're listening too, make sure you go out and get your prostate check, PSA, and all that. But yeah, I'm so excited for this journey and where God is taking you. I mean, it's like the sky is like, once you get past this, it's like you're being catapulted to another level, you know, in your testimony, in the books to come. And we, Carlette and I, are so supportive of you and Iggy and your family that, you know, that's why we always try to hug on you. And anytime we come down to Miami, hey, we going by to Carroll's. So.
Yeah. He always let Crystal know we coming. I know, like I did. Like I can't let Crystal know we coming. I'm like,
we coming. You know, you guys are always welcome. You are family. You are always welcome.
Hey, you know, I just thought about something. When we come down to Miami, we don't have to get a hotel room. We just stay in the RV.
Yes, the RV.
Listen, you got to take that up with Mr. Carroll.
Yeah, because you know that's his baby.
Right, that's his baby, boy.
Yeah,
that's his
you got to
baby.
take that up with Mr. Carroll.
I'm going to close out with this. Angela said, Crystal is amazing. She walked boldly in
That's
faith
the one, yeah.
the whole time and kept a positive attitude, encouraging me and others around her. Yeah. Now, that's a great way to summarize everything. And all of this, to God be the glory for the things he's done.
All of it. Absolutely.
For the things he's done. And I look forward to more. I will say we featured today I Saw a Ladybug at Chloe's 5th birthday party. I sent you pictures of that, and it was the center.
You did. Beautiful.
It was, yes, because it was one of her gifts. I had ordered the book and hid it for her. One of her books, one of her gifts was a book, and I had it on an easel in the center of the gift table. And I took out time right before we did presents. I took out time to show all the ladies, because you had a room full of girls, all in their princess attire. And I was like, this is somebody you all need to support. This is one about, building of our little girls. And
absolutely,
it was nice. I should have sent that picture to you, Chris, so you could show that. But yeah. Today I Saw a Ladybug. It's part of the Chloe Edwards book collection. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So,
I love
listen, we thank you so much for joining us, because it's already 9:00. And
what? Where did that time go?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like, I think like
8:53.
Oh, is
do
it?
you? Yeah. Do you have any final last words?
Yes.
Words of encouragement, words of whatever you want that's on your heart now.
I just thank God. I thank God for this experience. I thank God for the support that I've received. I thank God for my spouse, for Iggy.
Oh, yes.
I think that, like you said, Chris, it's not easy. I thank God for my children. And I just thank God for renewed health. And I thank God for giving me the words to be able to reach someone else that might be going through this journey or doesn't know that they may go through this journey. I just thank him. I thank him. I thank him, praise him. I give him all the praise. I thank him for guiding every single step, because as we started out talking, I was the reluctant RVer. So had I have not gotten on the bandwagon and followed along, I wouldn't have met you guys. I wouldn't have met Angela. I wouldn't have met Jan. I wouldn't have met so many people that I can't even begin to name everybody. Michelle and Cher. There's so many people.
Leroyce. Yeah.
Leroy, and thank you. Yeah, there's so many that I'm just, Alberta, there's just so many people, but all of them have touched my life. And by walking in faith, I've been able to meet people that he has put in my path to further my journey. And I thank him for that. And I just want to say to everybody that supported me, big, small, little, whatever you did, it all meant something to me. And I appreciate that, because I could not there were days when I just couldn't do it, couldn't function. But everybody played a part in my healing.
That's good.
Everybody.
I love that.
You got a Cash App?
I do.
Y'all,
Want me to tell it to you?
if y'all want to place, I think, I don't want to sound all spiritual though, but if y'all would like to sow a seed into Crystal's life,
$sign.
I would like for you to sow a seed to her, just to encourage her. And this, you don't even have to buy the. Well, yeah, you want to buy the book, but this is outside of just buying the book.
Listen.
If y'all want to just, sow a seed of encouragement, just whether it's 5, 10, 15, 50, 100, just sow a seed in her life as encouraging. And because this has not only been, gas has been spent, co-pays have been spent.
Oh yes.
All this medication and stuff. Just sow a seed. And what is your Cash App?
So imagine this. It's I love ladybugs.
Okay. $, I love
I love ladybugs.
Plural. So y'all just take the time, just whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 100, whatever, just I just felt led to just, want to sow a seed because that's good ground,
I agree.
and whatever.
And I appreciate that blessing.
Yes. Okay.
The other thing is I also am available because if you put it out there, God has a plan. I'm just going to put it out there that I am available for story time with the author. I'm available for travel. I do have an RV. We're home on wheels and we can go anywhere, but I want to promote this book and next books to anybody that will listen.
So I wonder, is Iggy willing to, how they put the, on the
Chris, you already know the answer to that question.
Leave that man's RV alone.
Put the Ladybug book on the side.
Leave that man's baby, the Queen mothership alone.
You already know the answer to that question. Stop playing.
Hey, but I bet you he'll put a New Orleans Saints symbol on that
who
book.
Who that?
Listen.
Who that put a ladybug
All
on
right, yes. Who that?
Right. Well, we appreciate you. Michelle Carroll. Is that Michelle? Yeah, Michelle Carroll. She says she's so proud of you, Crystal. Love you.
Is that your
love
sister?
Her. Love you, Michelle.
Is that your sister-in-law?
That's my sister-in-law.
Oh, awesome.
Sister-in-law,
awesome.
yeah.
Yes. But we say sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law. Got you.
She's, yes. That's
so
my girl.
Everybody that came tonight.
Well, thank you guys.
No, keep going.
Uh-oh, I lost you. No, I lost you.
Uh-oh. We can see
you froze.
Yeah, it's just been internet seems like it's been, but we still see you though.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was just going to
Carlette,
say, anybody, we saw some new names on here. Go and subscribe to our page on YouTube. And yes, you can subscribe to Facebook as well. But I'm really pushing YouTube because eventually we're only going to use Facebook for marketing and all our shows will go live strictly on YouTube. But right now we're both YouTube and Facebook. Like us both on both. Absolutely. Chris and Carlette live page, Facebook and YouTube. But eventually we will only be using Facebook for marketing purposes and going live strictly on YouTube.
And I encourage you to go back and look at some of their other topics because they are very impressive. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Lots of knowledgeable information.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna drive down either Thursday, Friday, whatever day it is, and
we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, come see you.
If we go Friday, Miss Jan, we gonna see you Friday.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Carlette on this speedboat tour thing down in Miami. So,
child, listen.
I don't know. We'll see. Well, you take it easy. Tell everybody we said hello, and that we'll see them on Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday, we'll let you know.
yeah.
But I'm gonna call you when we get done.
Okay. Thank you guys.
All
I
right.
appreciate
Thank you.
this opportunity.
All right, no
Yes,
problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
That was powerful.
That was amazing.
Yes. I am so I'm so happy for them. This is good. So tomorrow we'll have my cousin on,
Yes.
the attorney, and y'all, he's single. So
single, ready to mingle, literally.
yeah, he's single attorney,
He ain't thirsty
attorney.
now. He ain't thirsty, nor is he desperate.
The attorney,
Just saying.
Terry C. Gray. Terry C. Gray will be on. We're talking about attorney life.
Yes.
And then we're going to intermingle that with some other, just off the cuff conversation, because he loves to talk with his hands, and he loves to talk about just world events and all this type of stuff.
And how to help us as a people.
Yeah, he's very opinionated,
All you alphas out there, he is a member of Alpha Phi
Now, why
Alpha
did you have to say that?
Incorporated.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Baby, it's called the Divine Nine, not the Divine One.
Yeah, well, it's the
Oh,
Divine
my
One.
goodness.
K.A. size. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he'll be on our show tomorrow. It'll be the three of us, and we'll be sitting down chatting about the attorney life here in Florida, as well as across the nation. And make sure you all tune in tomorrow. This is a special edition live from Florida, because we are here in Florida, and we want to take advantage of the time here and make sure it's well spent on Chris and Carlette Live. So just make sure you tune in. You got some final last words, Carlette?
Listen, like I tell you every week, pray, and pray some more. Be diligent in your prayer. Seek the face of God. He wants to hear your voice. We love you. Take care.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.